Hi everybody, this is Jason Bissell, author of The Asian Diet, Simple Secrets for Eating Right, Losing Weight, and Being Well. Today I'm here to show you a simple way to be more healthful in your diet and an easy way to get more vegetables in on a daily basis. Now in my book I describe why cooked vegetables are better than raw. Everything you put in your stomach that's cold and raw, you have to heat and cook. So it's better to do more of the cooking outside the body, and then we can just service the filters. Send good stuff to the tissue, bad to the tissue paper. We all know that we should be getting a lot of vegetables in our diet, but it's not that easy to do. I'm here to show you a very simple way to do it. What you will need is a steamer, stovetop steamer, and a blender. Preferably a high-powered one like the Vitamix or the Ninja. And then vegetables. So what we need to do first is we need to cut these up. So I've got here some rainbow chard, which I just got. I'm just going to rip that up. We've got a couple leaves of kale. We're going to take a carrot. Carrots are thick and dense. So we're going to slice this up a little bit into smaller pieces so it cooks quickly. The Chinese have found very efficient ways for cooking. People sometimes tell me that I can't cook healthy, it takes too long. I just need to buy everything to go or microwave it. And following traditional American cooking methods, it might take a while. If I'm going to cook a chicken breast, and if I'm going to bake it in the oven, it might take 30-35 minutes. But if I dice it and put it into a stir fry, I can cook it in 5 to 10. Similarly, you dice up your vegetables before you cook them, and they cook up a lot easier, a lot quicker. It uses less fuel too. Broccoli. Broccoli is great, and we buy broccoli every week. My kids love to eat the florets. I like to eat the florets. Not that big a fan of the stalk, but it's still got a lot of nutritional value. So, since we're going to be blending it, it doesn't matter. So I can use the stalk. Most of us just throw this stuff away. It's still got a lot of nutritional value. So we dice this up. Not really dicing it, I should say, but slice it up so that it can cook up in a couple of minutes in a steam bath. Zucchini. Now all these vegetables, these are just samples. You can pick anything from your fridge, anything from the market. I don't need a whole zucchini, but I can use a quarter of it here. And I should take off this organic label because I probably don't want to eat that. Zucchini is not as dense, so I don't need to cut it into as small pieces. I've also got half a stalk of celery here because why not? We buy celery, we use it, we don't usually go through it before it goes bad. So this is another good way to get rid of vegetables if they're starting to get past their freshness date. One of the healthiest things you can eat is turmeric, which you can buy as a powdered spice, which is very expensive. Or you can buy it in the root form from Whole Foods, and it's very cheap. It's $5.99 a pound. This is probably 10-15 cents worth. I'm just going to cut it in half and steam it. Another thing that is great for us, cilantro. We are in a very toxic environment right now. Cilantro is known as a chelating agent. It helps to pull some of the toxins, some of the heavy metals that lodge in our body out. Now, the problem with the chelation, though, is that you can detoxify and retoxify at the same time. So I like to get some fresh cilantro, and it works a little better if you steam it first. It is a little more potent. Not a whole lot, but the problem with this, it can liberate the mercury in your body and then just deposit it someplace else. This is why, when you're using cilantro, it's good to couple it with a product called chlorella. This is blue-green algae. This is the one food we didn't take with us when we evolved out of the ocean. And it's the one of the few supplements that I recommend for everybody because it is a great detoxifier. It binds with the heavy metals that the cilantro liberates and helps to flush it out of the body through our urine. So I always add a little bit of this, about a teaspoon or so, into my shake. I'm going to put that aside for later after our stuff is cooked. I come downstairs, I dice up the vegetables, I put them on the steam tray, and then I go up and take a shower. By the time I come down, the vegetables are done. Whoops, I forgot one. I also like to add beets sometimes, and normally I will buy beets with the tops on, but today we've got the chard from the farmer's market, and chard basically just is beet tops. So I've already got that covered, so today I bought beets that are loose from Whole Foods. And this is about the biggest beet I have ever seen. Certainly don't need all that much, but we'll just take a hunk off of it to add a little bit. Beets are thick, They are dense. So again, this one we're going to want to cut pretty thinly so that it can cook up in a timely manner. We're just going to throw these on the steam tray, which is getting ready to boil, and we'll check back in a minute. Okay, so we're back. Now, these were on the steamer for about 8 minutes, and when they come off, they're hot. I don't really particularly care for a hot smoothie, so I put it into a cold water bath, stop the cooking process, make sure it doesn't overcook. So we've got our steamed veggies in here. It's a very good start. So we're just going to dump all of these into the Vitamix. We've got a bunch of vegetables. We've got some chlorella in here. Where are you going to get the protein? Beans and nuts. To bulk up our shake, give it some more protein, give it some more different nutrients, and beans are great for us. Another thing you can use is nuts. Today I'm using walnuts from the bulk section of Whole Foods. Organic. I love to eat as much organic as I can. I don't like pesticides. I don't know about you. But they can be peanuts, they can be hazelnuts, they could be almonds, they could be walnuts. But again, we're still not too tasty with this. So we can add some fruit. We got a little apple here. Apples are great, they're cheap, they usually have them available as organic. You can put the whole thing into the Vitamix. You eat the stems and core. Those have got some different nutrients which we don't get in the rest of the fruit. We've also got a handful of grapes here that we're starting, if I don't eat these soon, they're going to go bad and we're going to throw them away. Now we're just going to add some filtered water to this and some ice. When things go into the Vitamix tends to warm them up. So this is just enough ice to keep it from getting warm. So it'll be room temperature or body temperature when I ingest it. Another thing I forgot to mention that we're going to add here, some flaxseed. Flax are very good for us. Gives us the omega-3s. You could also use chia seeds. You could use both. There's many different things that you can add into this. And although I have given the recipe for what I'm using today, please do not think that this is the only recipe. Balance and moderation are the keys to health. Now lately we've got this notion of superfoods, the superfood diet. Like there are 20 foods that God got right for us, and that's all we need to eat, and the rest were just failed experiments. Well, let me tell you, any food is super if you haven't had enough of it. And any food can be toxic if you have too much of it. So today, this is just a representative sample, but I don't want to you to be having beets every day. I don't want you to have celery every day. I don't want you to have broccoli every day. We want to mix it up. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of different vegetables and fruits that we can add to this, and we should be mixing this up. So now I'm going to throw this on my Vitamix. And voila! A bunch of fruits and vegetables ready to digest, ready to ingest in a timely fashion. Good for you and good tasting. Now a lot of people when they make smoothies like to do a lot of fruit and just a little bit of vegetables. Our diet should be mostly vegetables. So try and have your ratio be skewed towards the vegetable portion and just use the fruit to sweeten it up. Now, for today's purposes, I made a large shake. This is enough for 2 portions. So if I were going to work, I might just throw this into a thermos or a water bottle and take it with me, or I would share it with my wife. If I was just making one, I would have done half that amount. But if you have any questions, put it in the comments below and I'll try and respond to you. And I encourage you to try this out. It's a great way to add more healthfulness to your diet. And the more good stuff you're putting in your body, the less room there is for the bad stuff. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and be well.